What's going on, everybody? It's Long Hauler. This time with a search and destroy match on Seatown. The first couple rounds, I think the first 3 rounds are kind of slow. I get a couple kills, but I get taken out fairly early, I think, in the second and third round. So just bear with me throughout the video. It gets a lot quicker and a lot better towards the end, I promise. I'm using a silenced PP90, and this gun is sick, especially in Search and Destroy. I think I'm using Sleight of Hand Pro, Assassin Pro, and Dead Silence, and just running UAV, Predator Missile, and Attack Helicopter. And right there I thought I had gotten them, and I just turned around. But what I wanted to talk to you today about are a couple different things that I've found tactically, what really works for me in Search and Destroy. And a couple of things that are different. I'm sure a lot of people already know this stuff, but one of the things I really like about Modern Warfare 3 is it rewards you for playing the objective and shooting down air support. So if you shoot down if you shoot down a UAV or shoot down any air support, it counts as a kill. If you plant a bomb in Search and Destroy, or capture a flag in Domination, plant a bomb in Demolition, it counts as a kill too. So it's hopefully going to get people away from just sitting back and trying to kill whore. And I really think that that's pretty cool, and it's a really good idea that I never really thought of. I'm sure a lot of people much smarter than I am thought of that and have probably recommended it in YouTube videos, but I think it's a pretty neat idea. So basically, I'm recommending for most game types, carry stingers and shoot down air support, and you'll get to your kill streaks a lot quicker. For Search and Destroy, I wanted to talk about when you're on offense and when you have the bomb, when to plant and when to sit back and wait for the other team to come to you. And you'll see a little bit later on, and I'll touch on it again towards the end when it comes into play. But one of the things that used to drive me nuts in every Call of Duty game that I've played, especially in Search and Destroy, is when you get down to you have the bomb, you're outnumbering the other team, 1 or 2 people, 3 people even, and excuse me, the bomb carrier just refuses to plant the bomb, and there's a couple reasons why it's beneficial to do that. The major reason is because it forces the other team out of their spot wherever they are, and it makes them come to the bomb site, obviously, because they have to defuse the bomb, or they have to at least make an attempt to defuse the bomb. And what it prevents is someone clutching, kind of doing a picking off people every now and then slowly whittling their way down to winning the round. And one of the things that it really bothers me, like I said, is if the bomb carrier is especially near the bomb site, has the opportunity to plant the bomb, go ahead and plant it. It helps your team out. It pulls the people that are in hiding, that are on defense, it pulls them out of their spots, brings them out into the open. You know that they have to at some point end up towards the bomb site, so you'll know where kind of to keep your eye out. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's probably pretty obvious to most of you, but I'll go ahead and mention it just in case it's not, is kind of the strategy that you take off of the start. So I know in my Modern Warfare 2 videos we talked a lot about varying your routes and things like that. That'll come into play probably when people start to get more used to Modern Warfare 3 and more used to the maps. So it's not necessarily that major yet, but I think it'll start to become more of a factor later on down the road. What you want to do, and when I say what you want to do, just understand that this is what usually works for me, is when you make a kill or you kill somebody, you know that the skull pops up on the screen, and more often than not the other team starts to run towards the skull. And so when you kill somebody, you kind of want to get into a hiding position and look over stay in cover position, but look over where that person that you just killed was for 30 seconds, a minute, to try to see if that baits anybody else to come sprint into the spot. Don't pay much attention, and see if you can pick up another kill that way. One of the things that worked very well for me in Modern Warfare 2 that's not worked so well in Modern Warfare 2, usually off the start, what either team does is spread out to the sides of the map so they can look inward. They only have to watch on, in front, behind, or in front and to either side, and you don't have to really pay any attention to what's going on behind you. But these maps have a lot more buildings, have a lot more hiding spots, and so people don't seem to do that. And in Modern Warfare 2, what I used to do, if you guys remember, was basically just sprint straight down the middle as fast as I could to try to get behind the other team and come up from behind them. And it's not really worked too well here. It may. You'll have to use Extreme Conditioning Pro, and Dead Silence Pro. But as of 2 weeks or whatever it is since this game was released, week and a half, it hasn't really worked that well for me. But like I said, things could change over the course of the time that this game has been out, when people get more used to the maps and more used to the routes. One of the questions that I had, I think I end up with 2 clutches in this game, and I was trying to define whether or not my first clutch, and I'm pretty sure it's this round. It is this round. If this counts as a clutch, what ends up happening is, well, I won't spoil it for you. Just at the end of this round, let me know if this first session right here counts as a clutch. I'm not sure it is. I was the only person alive, but the bomb was planted, so I'm not sure if that necessarily counts. Let me know what you guys think. And after you see, I guess another topic I can touch on, this is a fairly long video, so I've got some time, is when you are defending a planted bomb, you want to not, and again, this is probably pretty obvious, you want to not stay in the areas that most people go to as soon as they plant the bomb, because that's the first place the other team checks. And you'll see my teammate here makes that mistake, because that corner to the left of the screen right now is where everyone goes and just sits and waits. So he gets killed. That mistake was his. So what you want to do, even if you're not as well covered, you want to sit in a different spot that people don't look at first. And when, like what I'm trying to do right now is, I get a kill, I try to move a little bit, so like I kind of mentioned before, the skull pops up on the screen, the eye goes first to that skull for the other team and the people rushing in, so you kind of want to move, get under some cover, it doesn't have to be much, and keep your eye back towards where you just got that kill. So that was a 4-person clutch there, and what I was kind of asking the question about earlier was, does it count as a clutch? I was 1 of 4, but the bomb was planted. Does it count as a clutch if the bomb doesn't go off? I think it does. I'm just not sure. The other thing that I think is really cool about Modern Warfare 3, and this isn't just specifically for search and destroy, is once you go through your full cycle of kill streaks, they reset. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I think that that's what was going on in my demolition game that I was playing earlier tonight. But let me know if that's not the case. From what I remember, it is. So I think that that's pretty cool, because you start to really benefit or still be rewarded from going on those very, very long kill streaks. What I'm doing here is I'm in another situation where it was a 3-on-1, and I've got my attack helicopter, but I waited a little bit before boosting the Predator missile to kind of see where the other 2 were, and they were right about, I guess right before I came up here, they were throwing flash and concussion grenades down the alley, so I knew that they were back towards B still. I'm just kind kind of checking my corners and moving around as quickly as I can. And this area right here, there's kind of a line of sight down by that truck from the B bomb site. So tucking in that back area where I just was back there is a good way to sneak up on the B bomb site. And I don't know what that guy was doing back there. He was shooting the chickens or something. But right here, I'm sound whoring. I can hear the guy coming around the corner, and I get lucky. And so that's three rounds, one in a row. And going into the final round, I still have my attack helicopter. And I think if you'll notice, my kill streaks reset. Yeah, so you can see it down on the screen. Now I'm back to 2 kills. My next kill, I will get my next kill, or my next bomb plan, I will get a UAV. So I call in my helicopter. I'm just kind of trying to wait and see how much work it will do. You know, if it'll sit there and kill people for me, then I don't really have to move. But I start looking at the kill feed, and I see a couple of their players leave the game. And right here, the bomb carrier goes down, and so I'm looking at my teammates, and I think I see the guy through this, you know, through those little grates right there. And that's one area you always want to keep an eye out, because a lot of people like to sit behind those grates and check it out. But I noticed they had only one person left, so I wanted to plant the bomb as quickly as I could. And this is what I was talking about earlier. And that pulls the guy out. But he ends up being right here. So I don't know. Quick, well, not that quick. It was a 13-3 final score for me, with I think 10 kills or so in a row without dying the last couple of rounds. Hope you guys enjoyed this information. I know it was kind of a lot of mumbo jumbo talk. It was a long game, but let me know what you guys think, and I guess we are done here. See ya.